Welcome to the Informator.net.
But let's watch some more of this footage.
Multiple incursions into Gaza City during nearly 2 years of war. Israel says it is still a Hamas stronghold, but it's also a refuge for thousands of civilians facing both war and a desperate shortage of food. In that resolution that you mentioned, John, passed on Sunday by the International Association of Genocide Scholars, they pointed to the deaths of an estimated 59,000 people and asserted that Israel has used torture, arbitrary detention and the deliberate deprivation of food against Palestinians in Gaza. The association said that met the legal definition of genocide under the Genocide Convention, which is an international treaty and very much a response to the Holocaust and the Second World War. It defines genocide as, quote, acts committed with the intent to destroy in whole or in part a national, ethnic, racial or religious group. Now, Israel has repeatedly rejected accusations that it's committing genocide in Gaza. It says its goal is to destroy Hamas, which is designated a terrorist organization by the US. The war began.
You know, if that last part is true, if they were just after Hamas, but come on, man. You know, what was it? 3,000 hostages were kidnapped or killed on the 7th, 2 years ago on October 7th, was it? But you're killing 50,000 people. I mean, I don't know how long you can keep up the charade. Like, it's not genocide. We're just after Hamas. Like, if you had any good sense in you, it would only be a ground attack. But even before that, you could have paid to get these guys out of there. You guys heard my opinion before. I don't believe Palestinians need a state in Israel. That no, it's Israel's land. God said it's supposed to be their land. But the way Israel is going all about it is wrong. It's not godlike. It's not Christian-like. It's not anything like. There's a lot of evil shit going on. All right, that's how I feel. And I've mentioned before, I just don't want you guys to have hate because it's easy, right? You look at that footage, you look at those places being bombed, and you look at the kids and the hunger, and you'd have to be, have no soul if you don't care. But, I'm at the same time, I always tell you guys, like, I look at it all. I don't just look at one thing. Hamas, they're a terrorist group. They did plenty of bad things in the past. For decades, they've been pushing Israel. They've been bombing and fighting. And, people will make the argument, well, it's because of this, because they took the land. It was never their land to begin with. You have to look at the source. There were squatters on British land. If you want to look at it that way, it was the British that gave that land back to Israel. So no matter what, whoever was living there, it's like you're living on a piece of land that's not yours. It could easily be taken away from you. That's just the way I look at it. You have to look at it this way. You have to look at all the things. So you can try to say, well it's called Palestine. Well, they know the history. Rome did that. They did that to mock the Jews. They didn't want it. They wanted Israel to forget about it because, yes, they were sinning, and that's why it ended up this way. The Bible's true. You should see those prophecies being fulfilled, right? Because that's where we're at. I mean, they got dispersed just like Jesus said they were going to get dispersed. Now they're back, so you have to look at Amos and say, hey, this prophecy has been fulfilled. God said he doesn't break his promises. It's their land. So no, the Palestinians shouldn't be there. And no, they should never have got a piece of land. But that doesn't mean that you go and bomb and you kill all the women and you kill the children and kill 50,000 people like that. That's not godlike. This isn't the days of the Canaanites where God specifically told Moses, a prophet, what they had to do because they were savages. All things were savage back then, because that's like right now we're modern times. Most people ain't savages because we're in modern times. You don't need to be. But trust me, if there was a big war and there's no electricity and people were surviving, easily people would turn to their primal animal instincts again, and they would go and hurt each other and kill each other just to survive. But we don't live like that now because of the way things are. Israel, they don't have a prophet. Nobody said to go do these things. So it's not good what they're doing. But like I've said before, you don't have to have hate in your heart. I don't hate Israel. I hate evil and I hate evil acts, but I don't hate Israel. I don't want Israel to be the burdensome stone that God talks about in that prophecy, because I don't want to be those people, because God already said, like, those people ain't good either. If you have a hate in your heart for anybody, that is not a good thing. So you know what? It has nothing to do with that. What it comes down with me is they're not doing Christian-like things, and that I can be against. I don't need to back Israel. I can say I'm not going to back you guys.
If you enjoyed this clip, be sure to subscribe to the channel and tune in to our weekly podcast where we examine the state of the world through a biblical lens. Thank you, and God bless. Welcome to the Informator.net.